All right, everyone, and welcome back to another Direct to Exec online event. This is the A&R Challenge everyone's tuning into today. My name's Adonis. I'm going to be your host for today's event. And like I said, this is the online Direct to Exec A&R Challenge where 3 A&Rs will be joining us today. So let's go right over to them. Let me introduce them one at a time so we can meet our A&Rs for today's event. First up, he's the A&R director over at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, welcome back to another Direct to Exec online event. Welcome to the A&R Challenge. How are you, Knowledge?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing great, Knowledge. So, I always have a question I ask all the A&Rs that join us. My question for you today, Knowledge, is what is it like to work in a place like Atlantic Records? So much history, so much music, so many artists. You're the director of A&R. How does it feel, man?
It's awesome, really. It's like I would compare it. Really, I know everyone's familiar. Most people at least are familiar with sports. You know what I mean? So I would compare it to like being on a great franchise. You know what I'm saying? Like play basketball, you want to play for the Lakers or Warriors or whatever. You know what I mean? You play football, it's whatever, right? So you know what I mean? Like it's like playing for the Yankees. You know what I mean? You got good leadership, which is important. You know what I'm saying? People that support you, always pushing you to your limits. You know what I'm saying? So I love it.
Awesome. Well, Knowledge, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us for today's event. Up next, guys, on the A&R panel, he's the A&R director over at Rock Nation. POLO, welcome back to another A&R Challenge. How are you, man?
Hey, man. Thank you for having me again.
Awesome. Now, POLO, my question for you today, you're the A&R director at Rock Nation. What do you look for in new artists, that makes you say, you know what, I want to work with that person or I want to hear more of that person's stuff?
It could be it could be anything, it could be the tone of his voice, it could be his flow, it could be his work ethic. To me, what's important is the work ethic, the consistency, the drive. Now, music gets consumed so quickly that you kind of have to be constantly working. So I'm always looking for those workers, and then those guys kind of stand out to you when when you go look up their name and see how many videos they're putting up per month, per year. We start to do all the math, and you see those guys that kind of stick out a little bit. You know what I mean? But also, charisma. There's things that stars have a quality that kind of just stands out, and you see it. They could walk into a room and they could own the room without even saying a word, and those little things kind of stand out to you. You know what I mean? That's it. So.
Awesome. Well, POLO, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us for today's A&R Challenge event. And last but certainly not least, he's an A&R over at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, welcome back to another A&R Challenge for Direct to Exec. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Doing awesome, Andrew. You just disappeared on us. There you go.
I'm still here. I'm here.
Awesome, Andrew. So, Andrew, my question for you today, you're an A&R at Warner Music Group. The title of A&R could be intimidating to a lot of newer artists, and there's a lot of new artists tuning in today. Any advice for how they could get in contact with an A&R, a new artist, seeking to get their music out there? How does someone get in contact with someone like you or any A&R for that?
I feel like today's time it's easy. We all have Instagram, we all have social media. It's easy, you know what I mean? It's way easier than before. And also too, like I always, try to say, like, you want to make A&Rs, come after you. You know what I mean? Like try to approach them, but like don't approach them until like your product's like the absolute best it can be, and like try to like create it to where like we're chasing you.
Awesome. Well, Andrew Grant, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you, man. That's our star lineup of A&Rs that will be joining us today. Now, we do have about 5 artists joining us for today's event. Each of these artists submitted a song, a beat, a video that they want the A&Rs to view. The A&Rs are going to view the videos and the submissions, and we're all going to view it together, and they're going to be judging them. They're going to be scoring their songs and their submissions, and then at the very end, I'm going to choose the winner. The top artist of today's event will be the winner, and they will win a studio session with each of these A&Rs. So that's what they're competing for today. We're going to start this thing off with the first artist on the lineup. We have Zmar. Zmar, you did submit a beat for us today, so I'm going to load up his beat, and we'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the first artist of the lineup. That was Zmar with his beat entitled Astronaut. Let's go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's an A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What did you think of Zmar and the beat that he submitted?
Beat's not bad. I'm gonna leave him my email to get another pack. I would just say that, like, you know, like drum sound and sonics wise, he can clean it up a little bit, but it's not bad. Like, I'm interested to hear more. I'll leave my email.
All right, there you have it from Andrew Grant. Thank you so much for that. Left your email. That's definitely a plus for you, Zmar. Definitely want to take advantage and follow up with that. Let's go over to the next A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up next. What did you think of Zmar and his beat?
Yeah, I thought the beat was solid. It wasn't nothing crazy. It didn't stick out to where it's like, you know, I felt like, yo, I need this. You know what I mean? But I could definitely hear a few different artists on that type of production. But yeah, like Andrew said, I think, you know, it was solid. He just needs to step it up as far as the sonics of it, just to bring it out some more, make it a little more unique to where the artist hears it and feels like, damn, I gotta have this, versus the artist hearing it and feeling like, okay, this is hard, but knowing a lot of other producers could do something similar. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Well, there you have it from Knowledge. Definitely some solid advice there from Knowledge and Andrew Grant. Let's go over to our last A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, what'd you think of Zmar and his beat?
I agree with Andrew and Knowledge. I think the beat was good. Wish it could have stood out. Some parts could have stood out a little bit more, but he's definitely had a switch up on it. He didn't keep the same repetitive loop. I feel like it was either a sound or an instrument that was just missing. But overall, I think he's, you know, with more experience and a little bit more tweaking, I think he could be a dope producer. I think he did a good job.
Thank you for that, Polo. Great advice from all three of the A&Rs. Be sure to check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the A&Rs, and stay tuned till the end. They are scoring all of these submissions, and I'll pick a winner right at the very end of this event. All right, guys, we're going to move on now to the next artist on the lineup. Looks like we have Cutthroat Flock. Cutthroat Flock, you did submit a video called In My Bag. Let me load this up. We'll be right back.
Bitches just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up this cash. Niggas just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up my cash. Bitches just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up my cash. Niggas just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up this cash. Pulling up fitted, pockets full of cash. Took a chance for the shit niggas supposed to brag. 500 for the belt with a toaster at. And I ain't never had shit how I'm supposed to act. Bad bitch, rocker powder, I'm Louis Berry and bottoms on the ways to the top when you come for the bottom. Don't worry about the squad, my nigga, because I got her. Don't worry about your bitch, too childish, she wouldn't swallow. All the other shit follow, my nigga. Update your bag, money, phone, stay off the hook. I stay tucking cash, live in strips, eating like bosses, looking like the bag. Top drop, burning on tree, trying to do the dash. Bitches just mad cause I'm blowing through the bag. And these niggas just mad cause he broke and she a fan. And these bitches just mad cause they never joined the team. Thought she was a trophy and she never won a ring. Bitches just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up this cash. Niggas just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up my cash. Bitches just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up my cash. Niggas just mad cause I'm in my bag. Running up this cash.
All right, everybody, so that was the Cutthroat Flock with their video. Let's go right over to the A&Rs. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up first. What did you think of Cutthroat Flock and their video?
I mean, I thought the song was straight. It didn't really stick out to me. I thought the hook could have been a lot better, as well as the production. And I felt like the vocal mix needed to be better. To make the voice a little less abrasive when you're listening to it. And then for me, I think the verses as well, they just need to be tighter as far as like the creativity and the topic of of what we're talking about and the cleverness that you're using with your words. So yeah, I mean, I thought it was straight.
Thank you for that, Knowledge. Definitely some great advice there from Knowledge. Let's go over to the next A&R on the lineup. He's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, you're up next. What did you think of Cutthroat Flock and their video?
Yeah, I thought the song was cool. Felt like definitely enjoyed the verses more than the hook, so I feel like the hook could definitely be better. But also the verses could have been a little bit more creative, and the visual as well. I feel like it was it was too simple. It really didn't show much. He didn't show personality in the record as well. I mean, it was cool, but it could have been better, honestly.
There you go. There you have it from Polo right there. Let's go over to our last A&R in the lineup. He's an A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you're up next. What did you think of Cutthroat Flock and their music video?
I mean, like, I'm a fan of stuff that's repetitive. So, like, I mean, like, they got, like, the repetitive thing down. But, like, just, like, stylistically, like, it's nothing for me. Like, it's nothing I'll listen to. It's just, like, it's kind of all over the place. Like the other judges said, just, like, structure-wise, to be tighter. For me, it's just, like, not anything that I would listen to.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Andrew Grant. Definitely some solid advice there from all three of the A&Rs. Cutthroat Flock, be sure to stay tuned to the end of this event. They are scoring all of the submissions today, and I will be picking a winner of today's event right after the event, right at the very end. So stay tuned to the very end, and we'll find out to see if you won. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Coriano Gibson. Coriano Gibson, you are in the chat. Let me bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the A&Rs so we can meet you real quick. Coriano Gibson, can you hear us? You're muted. Go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear you real quick, man.
Okay, can you hear me now?
We got you, brother. Where are you from?
I'm from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
Representing Oklahoma City. It's a pleasure to have you. What's your social media so everyone could go check out your stuff that's tuning in?
I appreciate it. You guys can find me anywhere, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, everything under Coriano Gibson. So that's CorianoGipson.
Awesome. And now you submitted your video called Waste My Time. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, it's basically about a breakup that I kind of went through and stuff, and yeah, it was something that was wrote really last year, but I had collabed with one of my producers and stuff in the city, and yeah, we just came up with a hot little joint. So I'm just hoping y'all feeling it, man.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coriano Gibson with Waste My Time. Let me load up his video. We'll be right back.
Just play that beat, yo.
Doing a lot of contemplating, man. Can't make up my mind and I hate it, damn. I done tried it with you, oh yeah. Thinking we could be something that's more than friends. But now we're wasting time. Somehow we fell off. But now I'm thinking it was for the better. I try to force the feelings to show when we're together.
Driving me crazy.
I don't wanna pull back, I don't wanna hold back, oh no. I don't wanna waste my time, I don't wanna waste my time. I don't wanna pull back, I don't wanna hold back, oh no. I don't wanna waste my time, I don't wanna waste my time. Look, feels like a roller coaster. We going up and down. We did a whole lot of talking to turn this thing around. I thought you had a lot to show for wasting all those miles. We holding on to that one day we can work it out, dream. But sometimes, baby, things ain't meant to be. And so we made like the trees and start to quit and leave. Long distance problems, don't know how to solve them. All I wanted was answers, but I don't hear them often. Yeah. We became more apart than closer, but she wanted more than closure. Something she can't get over. Get it out of your head. It's been a long summer. You tryna find a lover to help what you can't get over, but you want me instead. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. You sending numerous calls, but say you cut me off. You don't wanna get involved, but taking off my drawers. Can't stay away for too long, cause when you hear my songs, you hear my line, cause I was on your mind all along. You try to pour out your heart, this ain't no sad story. Girl, what's the matter with you? Did you have a bad morning? Always make up, then we argue, making no effort. So did you realize all the time wasted was disappointing? You should know that I move better when I'm alone. Don't try and take it personal, you're just not my cup of tea. I understand it's harder to let go, but my emotion never show. It's better not to try again no more, you're just not the one for me. I don't wanna pull back, I don't wanna hold back, no, no. I don't wanna waste no time, I don't wanna waste no time. Yeah, I don't wanna pull back, I don't wanna pull back, I don't wanna waste no time, no. I don't wanna waste no time, no, 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 no. Ooh, oh, 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 yeah.
All right, everybody, so that was Coriano Gibson with his music video. Let's go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, you'll be up first. What did you think of Coriano Gibson and his music video? Polo?
Give me 1 second. It just finished up on.
I got you. No worries.
Overall, I thought the song was good. I like his voice. Few parts could have been a little tighter, but overall, I think he did a good job. I wish the hook, though. I don't know if it was too many less. If it was the less words in the hook, or wish there was more words to the hook. Because I like the pre-choruses. I like the rap parts, but I feel like the hook didn't stand out of everything that had to do with the song. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to remember what the hook was, and I couldn't. I kind of knew more of your verses than the hook. You know what I'm saying? So work on that. Like, everything else was good. I feel like the structure, I like the production on it. It was a good beat that you picked. I even like the visual too. But I just feel like the hook could have just been a little bit more rememberable. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that, I don't know if it was the lack of words. I don't know if it was because it was short. It just didn't stand out to me. So, but overall, I think you did a good job. You have definitely got, a good sound. I just think, make sure that hook stands out more. You know what I mean? Going forward. But overall, I think you did a good job.
Thank you for that, Polo. Definitely some solid advice there from Polo. Let's go over to our next A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up next. What did you think of Coriano Gibson and his music video?
Yeah, I think overall he did a very good job. I think Polo is exactly right. The hook for me was the main issue on that record. It wasn't that the hook was bad, but like Polo said, it just wasn't memorable. And I thought the song overall was pretty good. So it's like, if you really want that hook to stick out, that'll make someone go back and listen to the record again. That'll, an hour, 2 hours later, that'll be the part that they'll be singing once they walk away from the song. You know what I mean? So I think the hook could have just been strong. I think the production was very good. I think the video, they did a really good job on that. But yeah, more than anything for me was the hook. And then I feel like the vocals too, just a little bit. just a little more work on the vocals as far as like expanding your range and hitting certain notes just to bring the song to life a little bit more. But I mean, overall, I think he did a great job.
Thank you for that knowledge. Great advice there from Knowledge and Polo so far. Let's go over to the last A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R. He's an A&R from Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you're up next. What did you think of Coriano Gibson and his music video?
I think the other judges kind of got it like right on the head. You know, I mean, I agree with everything they said. For me, I think production-wise, could have felt like a little bit, just like more tightened up, like mix-wise, everything. I agree with Polo as far as like being able to hit like certain notes or it's making it a little bit more interesting. The vibe is cool, the message is cool. I just think overall, just like working on the melody and structure, just making it easier to grab onto. Like Knowledge said, being able to have people sing it back an hour after listening to it.
Gotcha. Definitely some great advice there from all three of the A&Rs. Well, Coriano Gibson, you heard it from them. You're also going to get some written feedback from all three of the A&Rs right after this event. And stay tuned to the very end. Find out if you won. I'm going to announce the winner right at the very end of this event. Thanks again. That was Coriano Gibson. All right, guys, up next on the lineup, we have Sensation. Sensation, let me bring you on into the main room with me and the other three of the A&Rs. Sensation, can you hear us?
I'm with you, brother.
Hey, man, how's it going? Where are you from?
From upstate New York.
Representing New York. It's a pleasure to have you. What's your social media so everyone could go ahead and go check out your stuff?
Everything is at Saysh Poetic. SAYSH Poetic.
And that's all social media platforms, you said?
That's everything. And, the name Sensation, SEN $ATION. And I've been doing this for a minute. And
awesome. Now, you did submit your song called Bacon, Egg, and Cheese. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's just, and my style is just stay far from the fake, keep it as real as possible. And right now, that's what it is. It's all grind. And, it's just another day in the life, basically,
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sensation with his video. Let me load up his video. We'll be right back.
Rocker for sure. I'm off my rocker for sure. Yo, I gotta write minds to bug the way you write lines. Can't get a look, you're busy worshiping these icons. Fuck it, I'll wait in the meantime. Learn to let it grind and get it to die trying. Either way, I'm moving on. She couldn't get any realer. It's not a bit of keys, a little can of vanilla. You're chilling up in your villa. This ain't Vegas, but I'm a dealer. You running with gorillas. And dog, I'm fucking Godzilla. Never change, you couldn't pay me. Take a pull, I'm feeling wavy. And navy blue, wavy on my arm, my baby. Fade me, never that. Real talk, enough said, making bread. Just to soak up this gravy, yeah, that's me. Salivating crazy, all do the hearing another breakaway beat. Novocaine gums, rap feast. And flesh hanging from my teeth. Ain't talking money, keep it brief. Little crease on the leaf. Help it split better. And who you know spit better. Put letters together better than any post office. Down south for me to crawfish. Styling but moving cautious. See, say she never offers. Game ripping up office. An author. And fighting like I'm Harford. Rappers make me nauseous. Sipping on the forces. Politicking with bosses. Pouring licks over losses. Deep in the pussy and it's luscious. It's so real. I make her hop, I get the Duchess. She asked me what the rush is. I tell her the time is precious. Limp around like I need crutches. Battle me, you got a death wish. All these laws on me. I walk the land like Jesus. Hustle hard. I got my reasons. Heart beating like a battle drum. Face painted like dead presidents. You had to run and give it up. Fatigue down the soldier. Here to help keep the quota. 80s baby got my new some Kurt Loader. Kurt Loader. Kurt Loader. Kurt Loader. Hit up to get this money. Scully, 0 degrees. Grab my mans, hit the deli, coffee, bacon, egg, and cheese. Hit like one on the way, sunrise and another day on the horizon. Fuck it, this is stage, jack of all trades. Me and chip on my shoulder. Probably cause I was raised blood born quick. Sometimes I just need my space and make a point just to weed out the snakes and take a bullet for Brad Jordan just to save face. Sit down to eat, bless the food, say grace, see safe on this grind. No matter how long it takes, I'm in it for high stakes. Now I'm for the tri-state, get annihilated. And if you ever try and violate, instead of verbal soul, herbal kush, looking Phoenix phone, posit purple, keep it tight circle. How you thinking? Cool with swimming in the deep and scoop your girl up for the weekend. Rug it to the day and stop grief, stop grief, stop grief, stop grief. High life, high life, high life, high life. Live that shit. Real talk, real talk, real talk. Expect nothing less though. Safe, 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 safe.
All right, everybody, so that was Sensation with his music video. Let's go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought. We'll start things off. He's an A&R at Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up first. What did you think of Sensation and his music video?
I think he's talented for sure. He can rap. You know, for me personally, like I try to like look for like songs that are, you know, like just like more like structured as like a song. So talent-wise and skill-wise, you know, he's definitely talented, but, like, I didn't know where the hook was. Like, there was nothing for me to grab onto. It was kind of wordy. There was a lot of words. But I know stylistically, you know, that there's a fan base for that and people that love, you know, like, what he does. So he's definitely talented. Just for me, it's not personally, like, what I'm looking for, but I respect what he's doing.
Awesome. Definitely some great words there from Andrew Grant. Let's go over to the next A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, you'll be up next. What did you think of Sensation and his music video?
Like Andrew said, I think he could rap too. I just felt like the mix could have been better. There was no hook, so that was a problem for me. I feel like it made the verses sound longer than what should have been. Or the verse was too long, you know what I'm saying? So, but he could rap. I just felt like, you know, he needs to just make sure he has a hook that kind of like, you know, people could recite or, you know, stand out, and it helps the record. When you just spitting, you know, you're gonna lose people. So, overall, I think he did a good job. I just think he needs to make sure he has a chorus next time.
There you have it from Polo. Thank you for that, Polo. Let's go over to our last A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, what did you think of Sensation and his music video?
Yeah, I think the guys hit it on the head. Basically, for me, it just felt dated. It felt like, you know, he has some talent, of course, like Andrew said, is definitely there. But yeah, the verses felt a little wordy. There was no hook, so there was nothing for me to really grab onto, you know, from the song. I mean, that's really it. You know what I mean? It's not a talent thing. It was just a matter of not feeling fresh for me.
Thank you for that. And Knowledge, definitely some great words, great advice from all three of the A&Rs. Well, stay tuned to the very end of the event, Sensation. Remember, all the A&Rs are scoring each of these submissions. Stay tuned to the very end. Find out if you won today's event. And be sure to check your email after the event as well. They are giving you written feedback as well. All right, guys, so we've reached our final artist of the lineup. We have Via. Via did submit a video with a song called Keep On Fallin'. Let me load this up, and we'll be right back. All right, everybody. So that was Via with her song "Keep On Falling." Via, we do see you in the chat on our Instagram account, but we're gonna go right over to our A&Rs. Let's see what they thought about your song and your submission. We'll start things off. He's the A&R director at Atlantic Records. Knowledge, you'll be up first. What did you think of her and her song that she submitted?
I'm not mad at the record. Obviously it was a very popish vibe. Not really what I'm looking for. I thought her voice was smooth. I didn't love the production. The song overall just didn't win me over. Not really my type of music, like I was saying, but I mean, I think she did a good job of trying to convey that pop vibe, but it just wasn't for me.
Thank you for that knowledge. Great advice there. Great words from knowledge there. Let's go over to our next A&R on the lineup. He's an A&R from Warner Music Group. Andrew Grant, you'll be up next. What did you think of her and her song that she submitted?
I agree with knowledge. I love pop music. She has a good voice, like good tone, but like production wise, mix wise, stylistically, definitely needs some work. But overall, she has a good voice. I think she just needs to, get in with the right producer and just like tighten up on the writing. But she does have a really good voice.
Thank you for that, Andrew Grant. Great words there from Andrew Grant and knowledge so far. Let's go over to the last A&R in the lineup. He's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, you're up next. What did you think of Aya and her song that she submitted?
I think both the A&Rs hit it on the head. The only thing concerns is my concerns, the production definitely could have been better. It didn't really complement the song. And her voice either. I feel like if in the mix could have been better as well. And if she tightened up the writing, she definitely has potential. I just think she needs to probably connect with a producer that can help her fit the voice to the production. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it didn't really match on that record right there.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for that, Polo. Definitely some solid advice from all three of the A&Rs via. You heard it from them. Don't forget to check your email after this event. You're going to get some written feedback from all three of the A&Rs. Now, that's the entire lineup for today's event. Reached the part where we do have to say the winner and the favorite for today's event. The A&Rs are currently scoring each of the submissions right now. They're almost done, but we're going to wait till they're done to actually say the winner. We're still waiting on the A&Rs to fill out the scoring, which they're doing now. So while we wait, let me go ahead and say, if you are interested, you want your music being shown up here on this event, be sure to submit your music. The link is in the bio and the description. We're also answering questions in the chat. So all you got to do is just ask us for the link, and we will go ahead and send you the link to submit your music for the A&R Challenge. And if you're interested, we do have other online events as well. Just visit direct2exec.net. You can see all of our A&R events that we have for us lined up for our live events. So we're going to be right back. We're going to go ahead and wait for the A&Rs to fill out the scoring, and we'll be right back, and then we'll announce the winner. Stand by. All right, everybody, and we are back to announce the winner of today's event. The winner for the A&R Challenge for today, Zmar. Congratulations. You are the winner and the favorite for today's event. Congratulations, Zmar. Be sure to check your email after this event. You're going to get your prize email and some written feedback from all of the A&Rs. Thanks again for joining us. Before we go, let's give a big shout out to our judges. Before we go, first up, he's an A&R at Warner Music Group, Andrew Grant. Where can everyone find you on social media?
All of my social media is the same. It's just at You Got Grant spelled normal on all handles.
Awesome. Andrew Grant, it's always a pleasure to have you, man. Thank you for joining us today for our online event. Up next, he's the A&R director at Rock Nation. Polo, where can everyone find you on social media?
You find me on the gram under POLO, POLO_2X.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Polo, for joining us. And thank you, Knowledge, for joining us as well. It's always a pleasure to have all three of you guys join us for our A&R Challenge. My name is Adonis Lugo. Be sure to check me out on Instagram as well. On behalf of myself, the A&Rs, and the entire Direct to Exec team, we'll see you guys on the next one.